Hey guys, it's Coach Amanda. I have not made a video in a really long time, like talking to you guys, because this whole summer I have been traveling and moving across the country. My husband and I and our two dogs got rid of everything, like totally minimized, and all we have is like our office stuff, some clothes, like way less than we had, and then when I unpacked today, and yesterday I was like, oh, we have way more clothes than I thought we did. And that was after minimizing, which is kind of funny. But we like minimized everything. We shipped a couple boxes off to my friend's house in Oregon. And we packed the car with us and the dogs and just like necessities and camping gear. Um, and we moved from North Carolina, Asheville area, North Carolina, to Bend, Oregon. And it has been 2 months. Yeah, 2 months since we left. We left on July 30th, and we were camping for 2 weeks, which was amazing. We camped for 2 weeks across the country, and every day we were like traveling out west, and it was a big surprise for everybody. And we're stopping at like places we wanted to see. We stopped at Niagara Falls. We stopped at where else? Having a brain fart. Anyway, we stopped at a whole bunch of places across the country. We went to the Washington coast, which was like one of my favorites. I grew up on the coast. So did Derek, actually. We both grew up on the coast in South Florida, and the ocean has always been a big part of my life. But the ocean in South Florida, the beach scene is a lot different, I think, than a lot of other places. It's super party scene, and I wasn't really into it. It was very crowded. I love the ocean. I love the nature part of it. So in Washington, I got to see that. I got to see that natural, like, not super party built up place. It was very natural and beautiful, and I really appreciated that. So that was a really cool part of our trip. Anyway, I just wanted to pop in and say hey and let you guys know that I'm here and I'm like settled in. I'm in my office. This is the first office I've ever had. We're living in Bend, Oregon. I forgot to like mention that. We're living in Bend, Oregon, well outside like in the country in Sun River. When we came here, when we were traveling across, we came here and we were staying with my best friend, and we stayed there for about a month and a half. And no, I think it was exactly a month and a half. We stayed there in the garage. So it was basically like we were still camping. We didn't have like, a bathroom, kitchen, sink, or anything. So we were kind of like still camping, but had a roof over our head. So that was cool. And we were doing that while my husband was looking for a job and while I was working from home, like randomly on our couch in the garage. And it's been pretty interesting. It's been definitely a lesson in a lot of ways. And I'm just like really grateful to be sitting here right now in my own office and to be in a house with running water. Like, I don't know, like, okay, I've always been a person of like gratitude and understanding, like loving the basics and stuff like that. I mean, I grew up like pretty poor and stuff like that. So having like food and water and electricity has always been something that, I was like always grateful for. But you kind of get used to it. Like, hey, I'm an adult. I can afford electricity and shit like that, and it's like normal at this point. But being without all of that stuff and like running water in a bathroom and a toilet and a sink and a dishwasher, you kind of just like, I mean, it's easy to get along without it, and it's kind of nice. But at the same time, like when you get it, you're like, ah. Thank God I have a dishwasher. I have a stove. I can like, do things. I can clean a lot easier. And I'm like a OCD neat freak kind of. So yeah, anyway, it's been really great being in a house. And I just kind of, I just wanted to pop in and say hey and let you know that I'm here and I'm like, have my shit together pretty much. I have my office all set up, ready to go. So I'm like, I'm going to be making more videos. I'm going to be doing more cooking stuff, doing more food photography, sharing more about my healthy lifestyle. And, you know, while we were on the road, we were still like eating as well as we could, working out when we can. And like, you know, I traveled a lot. I went to different places, even though I was like in between. I, you know, traveled while I was in the garage and like did stuff. And you know, you like end up eating junk sometimes, but it's life and that's what happens. But the point is that through all of the whole thing, I've still been able to maintain a healthy body. And, you know, it's my goal to like help you guys too, because I know how busy everybody is. Before I was working from home full time, which is only April of this year in 2015. Before I was working from home full time, I was working as a server, crazy hours, like 4 p.m. to like 3 in the morning, and then driving and commuting to and from work. And even before that, in addition to that, I was actually also doing my coaching on the side and doing my own, you know, prepping my meals for work. I was working out every day. But even before that, I was working a 9 to 5 and I was going to school full time. So like, I know how crazy life can be, and I know that everybody can be busy, but I've also been there too, and I can relate to you, and I can also help you implement a healthy lifestyle and nutrition that makes sense into your life, and, you know, have an easy plan for you that makes sense. Like, I've been the wanderlust, I've been the crazy student, also with the corporate job, I've been a crazy student with no job, I've been, you know, full-time waitress, I've been all over the place. So, literally no excuses. Because if I can still have like muscles after 2 months of traveling and being crazy, I don't know. It like impresses myself. I impress myself with that. Not to be like weird, but it's like, oh, because I'm following a thing and it's easy and I can follow it and make sense. So it's like, oh wow, hey, that's still there, you know? It impresses me. So anyway, I hope that you all have an amazing weekend, and I just want you to know I'm here. So I will talk to you all soon. Bye!